All right, now it's time to plan the inquiry for your PBAL. All right, and we're going to build a lot of supports into that inquiry. Just so we're going to build those supports into all portions of our lesson plan. So let's look back at the climate change. What types of inquiry did we have the opportunity to do? We read articles. All right, we watched a video. Okay, we wanted to learn more about Arizona. So then we did that jigsaw on the farming in Arizona so that we could actually have the content knowledge that we needed in order to make predictions. Then we did scientific predictions. In that inquiry, we used that FITS lab resource to really understand what effects climate change would have on specific locations. All right, that's a lot of inquiry. But we didn't just have those things. We really built supports in. Okay, so by watching a video, that's an example of sensory supports. Even asynchronous, we still had that small group interaction where you were sharing what you had learned with other people and having the opportunity to read what they wrote. So that's going to look very different in a classroom setting versus an asynchronous or synchronous setting, but it should be there no matter what. Even if I'm meeting with my students over Zoom or I'm meeting asynchronously, I want to build in opportunities for them to interact together. And you're going to see even more of those supports when we get to the solution development and sharing in module 4. All right. You were using a graphic organizer. That's an example of a graphic support. You were using sentence stems to sort of support what you were saying, which is a great language support that blends kind of that sensory and interactive piece together. All right. So now you're going to do your planning. Make sure that you are specific. I don't want to see one sentence in here. I don't want to see just the word books or articles. Be specific. What are you going to have your students do? What supports are you going to use? Are you going to use read a little, chat a little? How are your students going to talk together? If you are asynchronous, what tools are you going to use that you've seen here or that you are learning with your school or your district? I really want someone to be able to read what you're doing and really understand. Also, you're going to implement. So the more research you do now, maybe finding that article or finding that video, the more successful that you're going to be later. So both what their inquiry is going to be, but then also what supports are you going to use. Remember, I'm here if you need support, reach out.